Hi everyone, welcome to yoga class. This is our third session. Just a reminder for any of you who are watching this on our wellness page, on our video page. We are here on Wednesdays at 5:30, from 5:30 to 6:30. So if you ever want to join live, or if you have any questions or anything like that, please come live. We'd love to see you. And with that, we're going to get started. So we're going to start sitting today. So come to sitting on your block. Nathan is showing one way to sit here. So you can sit with your sit bones on the block and place one foot in front of the other to sit. What you're looking for is that your hips are higher than your knees. When your hips are higher than your knees, then it's much easier to get a long, straight spine. I am sitting in a different position here. I have my little meditation stool, and I am on my knees. You can also sit on your heels like this if that's comfortable, or you can sit in a regular cross-legged position. You can even sit on a chair if you need to. We're going to do a little bit of breathing. And for this, you want to keep your spine nice and straight. So resting the hands on the knees or in the lap, we're just going to bring our attention to the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. We might have a little dog walking around today. So anyway, she likes the breathing exercises too. So come to sitting with the hands relaxed in the lap or on the knees. And you can close your eyes if you wish. Back is nice and straight. And bringing your attention to the breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. In and out. In and out. We're beginning to lengthen the exhales now, inhaling and exhaling, nice long breath out. We're going to add a count to this, breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4. Exhale 8. And release. So I'm going to show you a little trick to that. Ideally, we want the breath to be twice as long, the exhale to be twice as long as the inhale. It is a little difficult at the beginning, but there's a good way to be able to control the breath a little bit. It's called the Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi breath. And so what you're going to do is just pretend that you have a mirror in your hand and you're going to fog up the mirror. And you can feel that you get a little bit of a constriction at the back of the throat and force air through it. So we're going to do the same thing, but you can keep your lips closed. And it acts as kind of a spigot to control the breath, slow the amount of breath that comes out. It makes it a lot easier to lengthen the breath. So we're going to add the Ujjayi breath, that ocean breath, on the exhale. Okay, so we're going to inhale 4. Ujjayi, exhale 8. Good. Inhale 4. Exhale 8. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 4. Exhaling 8, 6, 4, 2. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8. Inhale 4. Exhale 8. And release. Good. Take a couple of normal breaths on your own. Good. We're going to do a little bit more breathing. This time we're going to breathe in for 4. We're going to hold, and then we're going to exhale. Let's exhale for 6 this time. It's a little bit easier to do. We'll work our way up to 8 for the rest of the breathing exercises. So we're going to start inhaling 4, holding 8, exhale 6, inhaling 4, holding 12, exhaling 6. Inhaling 4, holding 16, exhaling 6. And release. Wobble the spine a little bit. And find your center. We're going to go into a yogic breath now, full yogic breath. So we're going to be breathing into the belly, and then breathing, filling the chest, filling the lungs all the way up to the throat. We're going to take 2 sips at the top through the mouth. And then we're going to slowly exhale for 6. Okay? So full yogic breath. We're starting at the bottom of the lungs, breathing in the air all the way to fill the top, and then taking 2 sips more just to fill completely, and then exhale 8. So here we go. Inhaling into the belly, the chest, all the way to the throat. 2 sips. Exhale 6. And breathing into the belly, the chest, all the way to the throat. 2 sips. Exhale 6. Inhaling to the belly, the chest, all the way to the throat. 2 sips. Exhale, 6. Last one, breathing into the belly, the chest, all the way to the throat. 2 sips. Exhale, 6. And release, wobble the spine. And closing your eyes, sitting still for a moment. And slowly opening the eyes. Good. And remaining sitting on the block. We're going to rotate the shoulders forward, up and back, rolling the shoulders up and back, squeezing out any tension. And reverse the circle, coming back up and forward. Breathing slowly and evenly. Good. And release. And taking your ear towards one shoulder and rolling the chin towards the chest, rounding out the upper back, coming all the way to the other shoulder. And then again, rolling forward. So we're doing half circles forward to the opposite shoulder. And keep your spine straight. And one more time, forward and side and up, coming up from the shoulder. Good. And release. Good. Taking the hands, clasping them in front of you, turning the palms out. Round out the upper back. Good. And come through center, keeping the arms, relaxing the arms down, lengthening the spine up. We're going to take a simple twist from here. So take your left hand across the right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Other arm is behind you. Twist and look back on the exhale. Take one breath here. Inhale and exhale. And release to center. Good. Other side. Take the right hand across the left knee. Other hand is behind you. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale into the twist. Taking one breath here, inhale and exhale. And release to center. Very nice. And coming down off the block. And coming to all fours, tabletop position. And we're going to go into cat-cat. So lifting the head, lifting the tail on the inhale, and exhale, tuck the tail, tuck the chin, rounding out the back. Inhale, lifting the head and lifting the tail, lengthening into the arch. Reach the heart forward. Good. Exhale, tuck the tail, rounding out the back. Inhaling up. Use your arms to traction the upper body forward. Reach the heart forward. Good. Exhale, rounding the back. And coming to center. Very nice. Sideways arch. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, sideways arch. Making a letter C with the spine. Inhaling through center. Exhale, other side. Inhale through center. Exhale, other side. On your own time, a couple more. Good. Inhale through center and sit back on the heels and rolling out the wrists. Good. Let's go and do an open twist. So we're going to go back into tabletop position. Take your right hand in front of the heart and the left hand up in the air, looking up at the top hand. And release to center. Other hand in the center of the body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring the top arm up. And keep breathing. And keeping the arms straight up. Good. And release to center. Good. And coming into our simple balance. So you're going to take your right hand forward and your left foot flexing the heel, reaching out the hand, reaching out the heel. Use your abs to support your spine. Keeping in a nice, even posture, keeping the spine neutral. Good. And release to all fours. Good. Other side, taking the left hand forward and the right foot back. Reaching out the heel. Good. Keeping the hips square to the ground and the shoulders square to the mat. Excellent. And release down again. Good. Come to sitting all the way on the heels and rest for a moment in child's pose, laying the body, the torso over the thighs, arms by your sides, palm up. And when you're ready, supporting yourself with your hands, rolling up to sit. Good. Coming into downward facing dog. Take the hands to the top of the mat. Hands nice and bright, nice and flat. So you want to have your hands, fingers spread, and you want to make sure to have this first knuckle, the base of your index finger, on the mat. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, lift the hips. Reach the hips away from the hands and keep the head in line with the upper arms. Good. Reaching the hips up and back. Nice. The feet are apart and the heels are reaching towards the mat, but they're not touching yet. If your heels are on the mat, you might need to walk them a bit away from your hands. If they're too far back and it's hard to be there, you can also walk them up. You need to find the stance that works for you. And from here, we're going to pedal the feet, reaching one heel down and then the other. Good. And then reaching both heels back. Very nice. And release your knees down to the mat. Sit for a moment. And then one more time. Hands to the top of the mat. Shoulder width apart. First knuckle is on the ground. Lift the knees. Lift the hips. Reach the hips up and back. Good. And keeping our stability, keeping our spine in that same position, we're going to lift our right leg up in the air. And gently lower. And lifting the left leg up. And lower. Good. And gently dropping the knees to the ground. And sitting back on the heels. Very good. Rotate your wrists. Good. And from here, we're going to go into our lunges. So come to tabletop position again. And you're going to take your right leg and you're going to place your right foot between the hands. You can use your hand to help get that foot up, but you have one leg forward and one leg back. So the right leg is directly in front of your hip. The left leg is directly behind your hip. Toes are tucked. If this is a little hard on your knee here, you can get a blanket, or you can get, I have a small piece of a thick yoga mat. You can place that right under your knee to help cushion it. The front knee should be directly over the ankle. So not forward, not back, also not side to side. So make sure you're not bowing your leg out or in. It should be directly over the ankle. Good. From here, we're going to take our forearms to the thigh and our hands to the hip. And we're going to bend and straighten that front leg, not coming forward of the ankle. The knee is never going to come forward of the ankle. So we're opening up that back leg, the hip in the front of the back leg. Good. Come to the forward part of the lunge. Place the forearms on the thigh, crossed over the thigh. We're going to tuck those back toes and lift that back knee. And gently lower. 2 more times. Lifting the knee and lowering and lifting and lowering. Excellent. Bringing the arms forward and up into a crescent lunge. Reach the arms straight up. So if you want to go a little bit more into the arch, Nathan is having a hard time pulling back today. Reach that heart forward. Not so far back. Nathan is very, very bendy. Most people aren't this bendy. And release the hands down. Good. Take that front leg back to all fours, tabletop position. And then we're going to take the other leg forward. So left leg is forward. Good. Front leg is directly in front of the hip. Other leg is directly back. Knee is over the ankle. Taking the forearms to the thigh and the hands to the hips and coming forward and back. Good. Coming to the forward part of the lunge, putting both hands, forearms crossed on the thigh, tucking the back toes and lifting the back knee. And gently lower the back knee. And lift. And lower. And lift. One more time. And lower. Good. And coming into our lunge, reaching the arms forward and straight up. Good. Looking slightly up. Good. And lower the hands down. And back leg goes back to tabletop. Good. And sitting on the heels and lowering into child's pose. Draping the body over the thighs, resting the forehead on the ground. Arms are by the sides, palms facing up. And letting everything go. And coming back out of child's pose, support yourself with your hands. And we're going to come to plank position, working our core now. So take your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Nice and flat and bright are the hands. First knuckle is on the ground. We're going to take the left leg back, okay, and keeping yourself supported, supporting your spine with your abs. You want to keep your hips in about the same place, and you want to place your right leg back to meet your left. Keep breathing, holding for a few seconds. Good. Gently lower one knee and then the other. And rest for a second. And we're going to come into it again. Taking the left foot back, tucking the toes, finding your stability, and then taking the right leg back. Holding for a few counts. And gently lowering one knee and then the other. Rest for a few counts. And we're going to do it one more time. One more time. Hands are underneath the shoulders, taking the left leg back, and then the right. Good. Lowering one knee and then the other. And coming to laying on your back in corpse pose, Shavasana. The feet are as wide as the mat. The arms are in a low V, hands away from the hips, palms are facing the ceiling. Letting everything go. Good, and we're going to pick up with the bridge pose. Gently coming back into your body and taking your feet up flat on the floor underneath the sit bones. So your fingertips should just be able to touch your heels, and your feet should be slightly in front of your knees, so that when you come up into the bridge, the knee ends up directly over the ankle. Arms are by the sides. They can be a little bit wide. Find the spot that's comfortable for you. Palms are facing the ground. We're going to push through the feet and lift the hips. Good. Keeping the knees directly over the ankles. And then rolling down one vertebra at a time, bringing the knees towards the chest, hugging around the shins, curl into a ball, exhale. And release down. Put your feet back into the bridge pose. Palms are facing the ground. Inhale, press through the feet, lift the pelvis up. And bring the hips down. Knees towards the chest, hugging into a ball. And release, lower the feet to the floor. Palms facing the ground, coming into the bridge one more time. Bringing the hips down. Hugging the knees towards the chest. Exhale. And release all the way into Shavasana. Extending the legs. Palms facing up. Letting everything go. And gently bringing your awareness back into the room and moving into happy baby. Bring the knees towards the chest. Feet are in the air. Feet are flexed. So it's almost like you want to be standing on the ceiling. If you can grab the outsides of the feet with the hands. If that is difficult for you, you can grab the ankles or even the backs of the thighs. That works too. Pulling the knees towards the ribs, on the sides of the ribs. The important thing is that your head and your shoulders are on the mat. If the tail lifts slightly, that's fine, but the spine should be on the mat, the upper spine. We're going to hold it here. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Slow, even breaths. And release the feet. Place the soles of the feet on the mat, directly underneath the sit bones. And from here, we're going to go into a spinal twist. So allow the knees to fall to the left and spread the arms long, looking away from the knees. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, let the knees drop to the other side. Looking away from the knees. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knees up, come up to center. Good. Lengthening the legs long. Resting in Shavasana. Letting everything go. And gently coming back into your body. and rolling completely onto one side. Press yourself up sideways to sit. Coming into an easy cross-legged position, so your Sukhasana, one leg in front of the other. We're going to inhale, take the arms over the head. Exhale, dive forward. Catching yourself on tented fingers. And when you get to the bottom, you're going to round out your back like a turtle. Pull back slightly in the low abs. Breathing in and out. And walking yourself up halfway. Walk your fingertips towards you. Walk over towards one knee. And walk yourself down. Rounding out the back like a turtle. Up on tented fingers. And walk yourself up halfway. So use your fingertips to walk to the center and walking to the other knee. And lowering yourself down, exhale, rounding out the back like a turtle. And walking yourself up and walking to the center and coming down one more time, walking yourself out. And walking yourself all the way up. Very nice. And releasing the legs. Good. And releasing, letting the toes go in and out. Loosening up the hips. And when you're ready, come up to stand. Good. We're going to pick up with our tree pose. Good. So we're going to start with our right leg. And first, we're going to dig a hole. And place your foot down in the hole. Shift your weight. Shift the hips forward onto that right leg. Find your balance. Now the other leg can be here with the toes touching. You can have it directly in front of you, turned out to the side, whichever one works for you. You can have it against your calf. You can bring it up to your calf, or you can bring it up to the thigh. You just don't want to place it on your knee. I'm going to have it on my calf here. So pressing the flying leg into the standing leg and the standing leg into the flying leg. Light up those inner thighs. Bring the hands in prayer position. Shoulders down. Press the palms together. Reach the crown of the head up to the ceiling. Find a focal point. Keep your eyes there. Good. And gently lower the leg and the arms. Good. Other side. Dig your hole. Plant your tree. Shift the hips onto the foot. The other leg can be out on the toe, against the leg, on the calf, or on the thigh. Light up those inner thighs, pressing the flying leg into the standing leg and the opposite. Lighting up those inner thighs. Press the palms together. Shoulders are released. Find your focal point. Reaching the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Reaching the foot into the ground. And release the flying leg. Release the hands. Nice. And last pose of the day. We're going to do our mountain pose. Feet are together. Taking the hands in prayer position. And then taking the arms over the head. Lift the head slightly, lift the chin slightly, and close your eyes, holding only 1 minute. And gently release the hands. And come to lying on your back in Shavasana. Feet are as wide as the mat. Palms facing the ceiling. And checking the body for any physical tension. And releasing it with an exhale. And checking for any emotional tension. And releasing it with an exhale. And checking for any mental tension. And releasing it with an exhale. Relaxing the feet. My feet are relaxed. Relaxing the knees. My knees are relaxed. Relaxing the hips. My hips are relaxed. Relaxing the waist. My waist is relaxed. Relaxing the chest. My chest is relaxed. Relaxing the arms and the shoulders. My arms, my shoulders are relaxed. Relaxing the head and the neck. My head, my neck are relaxed. Letting everything go. Resting completely in Shavasana. And gently bringing your awareness back into the room, wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling the wrists and ankles, and taking your arms over your head in a nice big stretch. Left side and right, and rolling over to your side. Press yourself up to sit. Wonderful work, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today. Hope to see you next week. Namaste.